Hello, welcome to Gurukul's CAT 100 series, a series that's designed specifically to take you from your study room to the corporate boardroom. I am Prady Sharma and this is Verbal Mastery with Prady. Alright guys, welcome back to another video of Verbal Mastery with Prady, a 100-day series that's specifically designed to take you from your study room to the corporate boardroom. Now, today's passage is this. If you want to take this as a test, please go on to www.thegurukul.org.in and you can register for the 100 Days to CAT test series. Obviously, this is a completely free test series that's been designed to help you stay consistent with your prep through the last 100 days of your CAT. Okay, so we're going to be uploading one test of quant, LRDI and verbal ability every single day. All you've got to do is go to www.thegurukul.org.in and register for this. Now, in case you want to solve along with me instead of taking this as a test, then all you got to do is pause the video when I ask you to pause the video, read the passage, answer the questions, comment your answers in the comment box below, and then we'll go into the passage explanations and the question explanations. So your first few paragraphs for this passage are here. So pause the video here, take maybe 2 minutes, read it. This is an easy passage. The questions are also pretty nice. So pause the video, jot down the main points, then we'll go into the next part of this paragraph. Okay, so your second part of the paragraph is up here. Alright, so pause the video, jot down the main points, and then we're going to go into the questions. Okay, so your first question with your 4 options is here. Pause the video, take not more than 1.5 minutes, put down the timer. Okay, comment what is your answer in the comment box below, and then we'll go into the second question. This is your second question. Pause the video here, comment down your answer. No cheating, so only 1.5 minutes for this question. Put down your timer and then we'll go into the third question. Alright, so this is your third question. Again, pause the video over here. Comment down your answer in the comment box. Then we'll go into the fourth question. Alright, so last question, nice question. So 1.5 minutes for this question, guys. Pause the video here. Comment down your answers and then we'll move into the passage explanation and the question explanations. Okay, so what does this passage talk about? Have we become too obsessed with giving awards, especially participation awards for youth sports, with trophies given out like candy? Have they lost their meaning? That means, are we giving too many awards? Okay, the meaning here is, are we giving too many awards? Okay, or are we giving awards for anything and everything? Okay, that's what the author is questioning. So the premise is set for the entire passage. The premise is that our trophies, okay, participation trophies and all, becoming too much nowadays. Yeah, if children always receive a trophy, regardless of effort or achievement, we're teaching kids that losing is so terrible that we can never let it happen. This is a destructive message because how we react to kids' failure is just as crucial as celebrating their success. Okay, so now what's he saying? He's saying that if children are getting a trophy always, if they're getting some kind of a reward every single time they're doing something, that's programming them to think that losing is a very bad thing. It's such a big deal. Okay. So he's saying that how we react to a child failing at something is just as important as how we react or how we celebrate their successes. So when they are doing something good. Okay. A recent study found if parents thought failure was debilitating, guys, if you do not know the meaning of debilitating, please note down, debilitating is very destructive. Okay, something that's very, very destructive. Okay, so if parents thought that failure was debilitating, their kids adopted their perspective. That means if parents thought that it's a big thing, it's a big deal, it's such a big destructive thing in our life, then the kids will also immaterially think the same thing. If parents believe overcoming failures and mistakes made you stronger, then their children believed it too. So जो पापा मम्मी जो सोचते हैं वही चीज बच्चे भी adopt कर लेते हैं. So thus letting kids lose or not take home the trophy isn't about embarrassing children. It's about teaching them it can take a long time to get good at something. So what does this mean? It means that अगर कोई बच्चा कुछ जीत नहीं रहा है तो वो चलेगा. वो आपके बच्चे को ये सिखाता है कि यार किसी चीज में माहिर होने के लिए टाइम, लगन, ओके, बहुत कुछ लगता है, राइट? Kids need to know that they don't have to win every time. It's okay to lose, to make a mistake, right? So बच्चों को ये जानना जरूरी है कि हमेशा जीत नहीं सकते और हमेशा जीतना जरूरी भी नहीं है. कभी कभी हारने में भी भलाई होती है, right? In a study of gold medal Olympians, they said previous loss was the key to their championships. It's through failure and mistakes that we learn the most. We must focus on the process and progress, not results and rewards. इसका क्या मतलब है? There was a study that was conducted on gold medal winning Olympians. Okay, so these are the greatest athletes there are, right? Now, they told that when we lose, we understand what our mistakes are and we learn from those mistakes, and that's very very important, learning from our mistakes. हमारे CAT जर्नी में भी यार यही करना चाहिए. अगर एक मॉक स्कोर हम लोग को कम आ गया, यार छोड़ देना नहीं चाहिए हम लोग को. इंस्टेड वी शुड बी स्ट्राइविंग टुवर्ड्स गेटिंग अ बेटर स्कोर इन द नेक्स्ट मॉक, ठीक है? नाउ व्हाट्स ही सेइंग? ही इज सेइंग दैट वी शुड फोकस ऑन प्रोसेस एंड प्रोग्रेस, ठीक है? एक काम को सही तरीके से कैसे करना, उसको परफेक्ट करना चाहिए हम लोग को, नॉट ऑन द रिवॉर्ड्स. ऑलराइट, ओके, सो लेट्स गो फॉरवर्ड. सो यहां से हम लोग को क्या, what idea are we getting from here? We're getting to know that, okay, winning is not always necessary. Yes, making mistakes and learning from them is equally important. So these are the ideas that we get from this part of the passage, correct? So let's move forward into the second paragraph. Some claim that constant awards improve children's self-esteem, and once kids have high self-esteem, they'll achieve more. But scientists have tested these claims and found them to be false. Okay, so क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? कोई बोल रहा है कि यार अगर कोई बच्चा हमेशा अवार्ड जीत रहा है तो वो खुद पे खुद उसका एस्टीम बढ़ जाता है, और जब उसका एस्टीम ज्यादा होगा तो he'll keep on achieving more. But scientists have already proved this wrong. Okay, so kids with already high self-esteem see the trophies as vindication. Now, what is this vindication? Vindication is nothing but a way to avoid blame. Okay, so vindication is a way to avoid blame. In case you did not know the meaning, please write it down. Okay. So kids with already high self-esteem see the trophies as a vindication. They really are as wonderful as they see themselves. So what is this? अगर कोई बच्चे जिसमें बहुत हाई सेल्फ एस्टीम है उसको अगर ट्रॉफी मिल रहा है तो वो एक ब्लेम हटा देता है अपने माइंड से और सोचने लगता है कि हाँ यार मैं तो इतना ही बहुत ही वंडरफुल हूँ जितना उसको लग रहा है. ओके, उसके दिमाग में ऑलरेडी बिकॉज ऑफ हिज हाई सेल्फ एस्टीम उसको लग रहा है कि यार वो तो एकदम बहुत माहिर है, बहुत वंडरफुल इंसान है ना? तो जब उसको ट्रॉफी मिल रहा है वो बस रीइंफोर्स हो रहा है, उनको वो ब्लेम हट जा रहा है, उनका वो एक माइंडसेट हट जा रहा है कि नहीं यार मेरे को और मेहनत करना है. उनका माइंड में ये रह रहा है कि हाँ यार कंफर्म कर लेते हैं हम इतने ही अच्छा है. ओके, In a longitudinal study, when parents regularly overpraised their children's performance, मतलब जितना है उससे ज़्यादा praise करेंगे जब उनके parents, their children are more likely to be narcissistic 2 years later. Narcissistic, again, if you don't know the meaning of this word narcissistic, please understand that narcissistic means someone who is focused only on themselves. Okay, someone who is focused only on themselves. And for kids with low self-esteem, तो ठीक है, यहाँ तक तो हम लोगों ने देखा कि हाई सेल्फ एस्टीम के बच्चों का क्या होगा. यहाँ पे वो बता रहा है लो सेल्फ एस्टीम के बच्चों का क्या होगा. एंड फॉर किड्स विद लो सेल्फ एस्टीम, अनडिजर्व्ड प्रेज, यानी कि जो प्रेज उनका है नहीं, जो उनको मिलना नहीं चाहिए, अगर हम लोग फिर भी प्रेज कर रहे हैं उनको तो क्या होगा? अनडिजर्व्ड प्रेज डजंट हेल्प देम ईदर. तो इनको भी हेल्प नहीं करता, हाई सेल्फ एस्टीम के बच्चों को भी हेल्प नहीं करता. ठीक है, रिसर्च हैज फोकस्ड दैट किड्स विद लो सेल्फ एस्टीम बिलीव दैट दे कैन नॉट लिव अप टू देयर ओन हाइप, सो दे विथड्रॉ इवन फर्दर. अगर आप एक लो सेल्फ एस्टीम के बच्चे को इतना प्रेज करोगे कि यार उसको भी खुद लगे कि यार मैं तो कभी ये लोग जितना प्रेज कर रहे हैं मेरे को, मैं तो कभी इतना रिजल्ट दे ही नहीं पाऊंगा उन लोग को, तो और काम करना छोड़ देते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस साइकोलॉजिकली फॉर देम. Research has found that the best way to improve kids' self-image is to help them develop their abilities. So, एक बच्चे का अगर आप self-image develop करना चाहते हो तो सबसे अच्छी बात है कि उसको अपने abilities पे work करने दो. जो achievement उनको उनके abilities और skills develop करके मिलता है वो आपके praise से कतई नहीं मिलेगा. Once they master a skill, they won't need manufactured praise. Manufactured praise का क्या मतलब हो गया अभी यहाँ पे? जो praise उनका नहीं है पर आप बना के दे रहे हो उनको. ठीक है, to tell them they've done well, they'll know it and they'll be thrilled. Like the child is just just learned to tie her shoes. That sense of accomplishment is worth more than any trophy. Therefore, instead of blowing a team's budget on participation trophies, spend that money on kids and coaches' skill development, or donate the money to kids who can't afford basic equipment. They need to develop their own skills. So from here, this whole paragraph, what is he saying? He's saying instead of giving undue praise to kids, help them develop skills instead. Okay, help them develop their skills, because these skills will, enhance their self-image. Right? So now let's get into the question, guys. So question number 1, the central point in the second paragraph is that. So what is the second paragraph? Let's go to the second paragraph, read it once. If children always receive a trophy regardless of effort or achievement, we're teaching kids that losing is so terrible that we can never let it happen. This is a destructive message, because how we react to kids' failure is just as crucial as as celebrating their success. A recent study found that if parents thought failure was debilitating, their kids would adopt the same perspective. So what is the central idea of this part? The central idea of this part is that whatever the condition is, whatever the condition of parents is, the kids will have the same kind of a thought process. Second idea that we get, okay, or the main idea that we get is that if we are rewarding kids unnecessarily, then they'll have a bad attitude. They have bad attitude towards failure. He said no, debilitating and all, right? So from these 2 points, now what can I understand? Teaching kids how to deal with failure is more important? No, he's nowhere telling that it's more important, right? Helping kids deal with inevitability of failure is just as important as rewarding their achievements. Now, although this is correct, this is not the central idea of the second paragraph. Yeah, giving kids trophies regardless of whether they have won or lost leads them to devalue the importance of failure. He has nowhere told that they will devalue the importance of failure. Right? It's almost that they develop a very bad thing. They feel like failure is a very terrible thing. Now look at D. Rewarding kids regardless of their effort or achievement leaves them with an unhealthy attitude towards failure, which is that bad attitude towards failure, right? That's what we've seen, no? So the correct answer will be D. Okay, so let's move forward. What is the relation between giving kids undeserved trophies and their self-esteem as per the passage? So, जो undeserved trophies है और एक बच्चे के self-esteem पे क्या relation हो सकता है? The trophies are beneficial only to the kids who already have high self-esteem. देखो, first things first, self-esteem and undeserved trophies. When we are talking about these two things, even if we are giving undeserved trophies, no matter to high self-esteem kids or low self-esteem kids, it is bad only for both of them. So A option, where it is telling that it's beneficial, will definitely be wrong. The trophies are beneficial only to kids who have low self-esteem, again, are beneficial. This is also wrong. Trophies have negative repercussions on kids' self-esteem. Yes, this is what we've just seen as the idea. So C will be the correct answer. The trophies make no difference. Again, we clearly know that there is a difference. The difference is that it will be negative for us, right? So the correct answer will be C. Okay, so let's move forward to the third question. The author of this passage would agree with all of the following statements except, मतलब author किस statement के साथ agree नहीं करेगा? Okay, he has given agree with all of the following statements except. That means which statement will the author not agree with? Failure can be an important step on the way to success. हाँ, author ने तो clearly बोला है Olympic medalists and उनका study के हिसाब से. So this definitely will be a good answer for us to pick. This will be a good answer for the author to agree with. So I'll just remove this. Keeping the hope of reward alive can help people do their best. Now see, nowhere did the author say that you have to keep the hope of reward alive. No, so this is something that is equivalent to undeserved praise, ना? कि हाँ आपको तो अभी मिला नहीं है, पर मैं फिर भी आपको praise करूँगा ताकि आप अगले बार अच्छा करो. Right, so this is something that the author might not agree with, but let's look at the other options also. Children must learn that it takes time to develop important skills. Yes, he has definitely said this. So I'll remove this part because he has definitely said this, so he'll agree with it. Children should be praised only for their actual abilities and accomplishments. Yes, the author has kept on saying that you should not praise them undeservingly. So this also I will remove. So the only correct answer should be B. Right? Now last question. Which of the following statements can be most reasonably inferred from the passage about the relationship between self-esteem and achievement? So, वापस self-esteem और achievement का relationship के बारे में अपने को इस passage से क्या पता लग सकता है? Right. So, high self-esteem is a prerequisite for child significant achievement. देखो, just because you have high self-esteem doesn't mean the child will significantly achieve anything. So, I'll take this off. Undeserved awards are more detrimental. Detrimental means damaging. Okay. Detrimental means damaging. So undeserved awards are more detrimental to the children with low self-esteem than those with high self-esteem. See, they are damaging to both. Nowhere has he told us that it is more damaging to low self-esteem kids than high self-esteem kids. उसने सीधा सीधा बोल दिया भाई दोनों को आप undeserved praise दोगे तो गंदा ही होगा, है ना? So we can remove this. Genuine self-esteem is an outcome of mastering skills rather than the cause of achieving them. Yes. तो आप अगर मास्टर करोगे कोई स्किल्स तब आपका सेल्फ अचीवमेंट बढ़ेगा. दैट शू टाइंग द लेस वाला एग्जांपल जो उसने बोला है, दैट टाइज अप टू दिस. ओवर प्रेजिंग चिल्ड्रंस परफॉर्मेंस कंसिस्टेंटली लीड्स टू नार्सिसिस्टिक टेंडेंसीज इन अडल्टहुड. नाउ ही इज जस्ट टोल्ड दैट अगर आपका बच्चा हाई सेल्फ एस्टीम है और आप उसको कंटिन्यूसली प्रेज करो तब जाके ये होगा. सो दिस बिकम्स अ पार्शियल स्कोप आंसर. दिस इज नॉट अ कंप्लीट आंसर. Okay, so this is a partial scope answer, hence I will remove this. Otherwise this could have been the possible answer. So right now the correct answer will be C. Okay, so just let us know in the comments how many questions you've got correct, and if you're enjoying this series, please don't forget to give us a like and share this with all your friends who are writing CAT 2025. उनका भी थोड़ा भला हो जाएगा. Well, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed learning from today's session.
This series is designed to help you with your CAT preparation and practice daily. We are with you in this journey.
To watch the next video, click here. And to watch Gurukul's CAT 100 series, study room to boardroom, the entire playlist, click here.
If you learned from today's session, like, share, and subscribe.